Ah, Teha, just the hero I wanted to see. You would mind doing me a small favor. I need you to meet me at the Diamond Forge. This won't take long, promise. Isn't Tataru supposed to be here? I think we were meant to meet her here, right? There she is. Sorry to drag you away from your duties, but as I said, this won't take long. I just need you to stand perfectly still for a few moments. Who is you? Right, everyone? Ready to get to work. No squirming now. Oh, you might want to close your eyes. Hey? Okay, that last part sounded a lot better. Also triggered me. That's the sound that happens when you make something as a blacksmith. There, all finished. The Warrior of Light's every measurement, from heroic head to intrepid toe. What do you mean? What kind of getup you want me to put on? Well, wouldn't you like to know? All in good time, Teha. All in good time. It's like, I'm like, I don't have time for this shit. Aha! Found you. Alfredo wants everyone in the solar for the meeting. I don't know what it's about, but he seemed to think that it was very important. That was more British than anything. Bad British, too. Go on, we have everything we need. No sense in keeping everyone waiting. Alright, easy does it, guy. You're not fighting anybody. He was ready to punch the air or something. Nice stance, though.
We're here. Did we miss anything?
We would not presume to begin without you, Ida. Orianger has returned to the Waking Sands, but everyone else is now present.
Yes, but for what exactly? We all have duties to attend to, Alphino, so you may dispense with the preamble.
Thank you, Elise. It is the very subject of those duties which compelled me to call this gathering. Though the Warriors of Darkness no longer pose a threat, Eorzea's many troubles demand no less of our attention. And while I stand by the decision to approach each task as we see fit, I fear our effectiveness will ultimately be diminished should we continue to act in ignorance of each other's efforts. Thus, I propose we elect a successor to Minfilia. Not to serve as a fully fledged antecedent, perhaps, but as a coordinator of operations.
Is that all? Oh, then the decision seems clear. No one else has shown any enthusiasm for the role, and judging by your performance at our previous meeting, you would seem the perfect candidate. You always did have a flair for politics.
Well, that's the meeting. Thanks, y'all.
That was not my intention.
I nominate myself.
As my tenure as commander of the Crystal Braves comprehensively demonstrated, I lack the qualities required for such an office. I would much prefer to remain as I am now, a soldier in the field, so to speak.
Should none of our number step forward, must we then constrain some unwilling candidate to take up the position?
Well, based on merit alone, a certain adventurer would be my choice. Though I concede he might struggle to balance his new responsibilities with, let me see, slaying primals, thwarting legatuses, and feeding the orphan poor.
Thancred makes a good point. Any who would wear such a mantle would be bound by its obligations. have we not become sufficiently familiar with each other's methods to act without an overseer? At present, I see no cause to so willingly limit one of our number.
Oh my goodness! Help! I need some help here!
Tataru, are you all right?
Me? I'm fine. It's this poor girl who just staggered in and collapsed on the floor that I'm worried about.
Narco! God, how did... Yashola! Please, you have to help her.
Kral, a hand if you would. Let us see about closing these wounds.
Who's Nago?
Now, we've staunched the bleeding, but it may be a while before you can move about again. Though having seen your wounds, I'm surprised you are still moving at all.
Thank you. My message. It was too important to delay. I took the shortest route I could, though I knew it was more heavily patrolled. As you can see, my efforts at evasion were not entirely successful.
Honestly, you're too brave for your own good. What was so urgent that you needed to fight half the Empire to get here? You could have been killed.
I'm sorry, Ida. I had good reason. But I imagine your friends are wondering who this bloody mess of a Mikote is. My name is Minago, and I belong to the Alamegan Resistance. I came to warn Ida and Papalimo about one of our leaders. A man who calls himself the Griffin. He's always been dangerous, but he's planning something new. Something reckless.
The Griffin, you say? I've heard the name. Rumor has it your man is eager to test his claws.
Aye, and on no easy target. He means to assault Belsar's wall from the Alamegan side.
But what does the Griffin possibly hope to gain from such an attack?
From what I understand, he wants the fires of war to spread to Eorzea. And for that, he needs to control the border with Gridania.
So, he means to spark a conflict between the Alliance and the Imperial forces stationed in Alamigo, to have Eorzea's armies aid in the liberation effort, whether they will it or no.
His plan is flawed. Even should the Resistance succeed in occupying the wall, they would not be able to hold it. Imperial reinforcements would drive them out within a week.
Be that as it may, if there is even a chance that this scheme could bring about an escalation in hostilities between Eorzea and the Empire, the Alliance must be informed.
Agreed. I should depart for Lim-Salaminsa forthwith and seek an audience with the Admiral. Thancred, Uldar is yours. Alphino and Alize, make haste to the Twelveswood and notify the Elder Seedseer of the danger to Gridania. She will duly call a council of the Alliance leaders, whom you must be ready to receive. You will be our voice in Ishgard. Explain the situation to Sir Emmerich, and encourage him to send an envoy. Tataru, Krile, I leave the care of our injured messenger to you. See that she remains quiescent and her wounds closed. I believe that covers everything. Let us be about our tasks.
So I guess Y'shtola's gonna be our leader then. Not that I mind.
I suspect the ill tidings from Girabania will be held as a turning point. The beginning to a bloody end. The business of war was ever conducted with the coin of self-sacrifice. 'Twas Master Louis Soir himself who taught us that such costs are not to be ignored or denied. And so, I shall embrace them. When the time comes, I will make my choice, as you will yours.
I forget, who is talking right now? Is that Papalimo? Or is that someone else? Meanwhile, at the gang's hangout, have some training in the healing arts. Oh, that's good. That's nice of her. She's still thinking who's finer, him or his brother. Greetings, Warrior of Light. What business brings you to Ishgard? I see. Wait here, I will summon Sir Emmerich. It is good to see you, my friend. 'Tis but a pity it must be under such circumstances. Had Lucia not informed me of the urgency of your suit, I would certainly have sent for some wine. But to business. I thank you for bringing these developments in Alamigo to our attention. Ishgard will of course send an envoy to attend the council in Gridania. I cannot say who will represent us, however, as the choice is not mine to make. Not mine alone, at any rate. Given the imminence of the threat, we may forego the formalities of a full assembly, but I will still need to consult my counterpart in the House of Commons prior to proceeding. You will permit me some time to make the necessary arrangements. I thank you. A representative, whomever we select, will require a suitable escort. Make your preparations and inform Sir Handelo that he is to lead in your absence. Your representative, whomever we Oh, I didn't press next. I thought I did. Yes, Lord Commander. It's about to be on a broken record. Teha, pray accompany Lucia to the gates of judgment and make ready to depart for Gridania. I will have our envoy join you as soon as I can. Hurry speed you on your way. If you have no other business in the city, join me at the gates of judgment. We must be ready to depart in the instant the envoy arrives. We meet again. As it happens, my counterpart in the House of Commons agreed that I should act as Ishgard's envoy. Not, I concede, that there was ever any real doubt. As Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, it's my duty to sanction any military cooperation. Be that as it may, I could not in good conscience make the decision alone. Not with the link scarce dry in the Republic's book of statutes. Man, my English is fucked today. I trust you understand, my friend. Alas, I must test your patience still further by making a brief stop at Camp Dragonhead. Given the trouble brewing in the Black Cloud, I would see that the garrison is ready to defend the border. The garrison commander waits within. Why not accompany me, Teha? You may see a familiar face. Oh, really? I gotta see who this could be. Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay. Yeah, sure. I accept it. Why not? Teha, old boy. How wonderful it is to see you. Sir Emmerich, too. To what do I owe these unexpected pleasures? I will have some mulled wine brought up from the kitchens at once, if you'll excuse me. Nay, do not trouble yourself, Honoro. We shall soon be on our way. Lucia, a brief summary, if you will. Yes, Lord Commander. Huh. Those villains hardly needed an excuse to wage war. Bloodletting comes as naturally as breathing to a Carl. I mean, to an Imperial. And thus we shall strengthen our patrols as you suggest. We shall also be sure to communicate these developments to Lord Francel and the Observatorium. I see you have everything in hand. Carry on, Commander. Surprised to see yours truly at the helm? Kinda. You and me both, old boy. I doubt I'll ever feel worthy to sit where he sat. Oh, they have a picture of him as well up there. Yeah, go ahead and open the wound, game. Appreciate it. If we can but play the hand we're dealt. And with a little help from the veterans and Honoro's ceaseless chiding, I'm sure I'll muddle through. So worry not, old boy. Off to Gridania with you. Honoro with a bow and arrow. He'd probably be better at it than Eminelane. I remember. When I first met Eminelane, I was thinking... I don't remember if I actually said it, but... I remember thinking, I'm just gonna call this guy M&M's at some point. But I held it down. Out of respect for the Forton family. Diplomatic duties have brought me here on several occasions, but I find that I am as enraptured by the Black Shroud's beauty now as when I first laid eyes upon it. I fear that this time, however, events shall not afford us the luxury of enjoying the splendor of the forest. Excuse me. Hold on. I was about to say, it seems we are to have an escort, blah blah blah. But immediately as I opened my mouth, a burp almost just shot out. Excuse me. It seems we are to have an escort to the Lotus Stand. A pleasant place to discuss unpleasant matters, is it not? Yes, of course. 'Tis like that we are the last to arrive. Let us announce ourselves, shall we? late. You're late? The envoy from Ishgard has arrived. Very good. This way if you Ah, and a Lominson party as well. Oh, hello. I had hoped to slip in unnoticed, but I see I was not the only one delayed in my arrival. Greetings, Sir Emmerich. Admiral, always a pleasure. And Teha, I trust you're well. 'Tis a day for reunions, it seems. I believe you're well acquainted with my escort. Oh, God, I forgot her voice. Master Teha, I was glad to hear from Ryo that the missing scions have not been found. If I forget, I just default to my... Well, I was about to say resting bitch voice, but you know what I mean. There's much and more I would discuss with you, but let's first attend to the issue at hand, shall we? You're gonna meet out here? You're gonna go inside? Okay. I was gonna say, like, don't have confidential meetings out in public like this.
I bid you welcome, my friends. As you will by now be aware, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have come into possession of certain intelligence concerning recent developments in the region of Gyr Abania. It springs, I am assured, from an unimpeachable source. Is that not so, Master Alphino?
Indeed, Elder Seedseer. Our information comes directly from a member of the Resistance's inner circle, and we have no cause to doubt its veracity.
This Griffin of theirs is a fool if he thinks he can hold Belsar's wall against the Empire. When the Imperials move to take it back, they will come in force. And the resulting fighting is all but certain to spill over into the Black Shroud.
At the Battle of Cartano, the combined might of 3 grand companies labored to contend with the remnants of but a single Imperial legion. Alone, Gridania would be hard-pressed indeed to hold back the tide, should the Garleans turn their minds from reclamation to invasion.
May I once more convey my nation's deepest regrets for our inaction in the days prior to the calamity. 'Tis a stain upon our ledger that I would fain remove. Elder Seedseer, I do hereby request leave to deploy a defensive force within the borders of Gridania. Ishgard's return to the Alliance shall be honored by more than mere ink upon parchment.
The Doman people too would join any effort that weakens our common foe. We are few, but our most seasoned shinobi are at your disposal.
On behalf of my people, I offer you my humble thanks. Gridania welcomes your assistance.
It is time we set our contingency plans in motion. Is the Alliance agreed? Then let us make ready for war. Victory favors the swift, and there is much to be done.
The Council knows that Alamigo will not soon be wrested from the Empire, and its decision to bolster the border's defences seems eminently practical. Why then, brother, do you scowl so?
I agree that they have chosen the wisest course available. Indeed, the only reasonable one. Yet something feels awry. In making ready for war, is the Alliance not granting the Griffin the very thing he desired? Any attempt to hold the wall is doomed to failure, aye. but I wonder if we have misjudged the prize for which he plays.
All right. That the council was able to reach an accord so swiftly is a heartening development in itself. I only hope my misgivings prove unfounded. Ah, good. You have yet to depart. I feel that I had missed you. Sir Emmerich. Master Alphino. A pleasure as always. And Mistress Alice, how wonderful to see you thus recovered. Pardon the interruption. I had hoped to thank Teha for serving as our escort before other duties called him away. I also wish to thank our Doman ally. Yeah, she's in the background. She's literally me when I'm like hanging around some of my friends on my alt. That's hilarious. Alright, yeah, let me finish this. I was gonna say, after this cutscene is done, I'm gonna just step out real quick and get some more water. I didn't realize I didn't fill it up. Gotta stop forgetting to do that. Forgive me, my lord, but I was awaiting an opportune moment to join the conversation, and force of habit made me keep to the shadows. No apologies are necessary, Mistress Yugiri. I was most grateful for your interjection when I offered Ishgard's support. My nation's historic failure to heed the Alliance's pleas for aid is a matter of record. Even so, the Alliance leaders were plainly unprepared for my impromptu apology. The resulting air of awkwardness might have lingered longer were it not for your timely offer of cooperation, which allowed the Elder Seedseer to accept us both. I very much appreciated the gesture. I only did my duty, Sir Emmerich. The Empire is an enemy to us all, and we are grateful for the opportunity to fight at your side. And full glad are we to have you. Pray convey my regards to the Scions, my friends. We must return to Ishgard. And off they went. Whatever is wrong with a simple sorry or thank you? Must these politicians always make a speech out of everything? That is how we adults speak, dear sister. Damn. Huh. Mayhap the ones who would like the sound of their own voice. In any case, our business here is concluded. We should be on our way as well. Will you accompany us to Reverend's Toll, Yugiri? I'm glad that we're seeing more of Yugiri. We see too little of her, really. Actually, I think I shall first pay a brief visit to the East Shroud. I'm curious to know how Papalimo and Yida fared in their talks with the Sylphs. Not to mention what has been going on at Belzar's Wall. I will join you at the Rising Stones anon. Okay. Let's do it. That's a cute one. Yugiri looks like she's in the back seat of this dude's car. Slum Sama riding Yugiri to a new adventure. Let me actually try to talk to Yugiri. Sorry for my chocobo's ass in your car, dude. Even now, I'm astonished by how closely Mistress Alice resembles Master Alphino. Their very mannerisms are alike. From a distance, I should be hard-pressed to tell one from the other. Until they open their mouths, of course. Why? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't really have the issue of telling the two apart. But I can also understand it. I don't know, like, they're not exactly alike. I mean, look at her. Look at Alphino, wherever he is. There's a difference. Welcome back, Teha. I don't know about you, but I'm heartily glad that all of the talking is over. I understand that these council meetings are important, but do you not find it tiresome to have to weigh every word before you speak it? I doubt I'll ever feel at home in the realm of politics. And I'm like the same way, I don't know. That said, people have been known to change. If my brother is willing to run his own errands, anything is possible. Alright, what are we eating tonight? More carbonara. Wildwood scrambled eggs. Heavenly. Oh, these are the same choices from like a quest a while back, actually. I'll take it though. Can't complain. Griffin on the wall. Another brick? Eh? Well, as much as I enjoy the bustle of the toll, I think it's time we headed inside. My brother and the others will not be long. Straight into a cutscene. Let's go. Ah. Your return from the council. What of Alphino? Did some other matter require his attention? My apologies, friends. I trust we have not kept you waiting over long. Greetings, everyone. Oh, Kryl, how's Nago doing? She will be alright, won't she? I don't see why not. She's sleeping at the moment. Tataru is keeping an eye on her. So we'll know soon enough if there's any change in her condition. Her wounds are healing well. With sufficient rest, I'm certain she will make a full recovery. Thank goodness for that. Now, mayhap you would share with us the Council's decision. Each of the nations, Ishgard included, has committed to providing military support to Gridania. The Eorzean Alliance will soon have a significant force in the Black Shroud, ready to respond to any Imperial act of aggression. You know, I almost wish the Council would stop messing around and give the Griffin what he wants. I wouldn't like to be the Imperial caught between the Resistance and the Alliance. Eh? Yeah, what do you mean by that? Yida, you cannot seriously... One does not lightly go to war with the Garlean Empire. Quite. To open hostilities without due consideration could be to invite disaster. If only there was some way to reach the Griffin, some means to convince him to abandon this reckless course. May not be entirely unfeasible. There's a network of tunnels beneath Belisar's wall. Secret passages dug by the Resistance to provide a way out of Alamigo. What, just like Ul'dah then? Which may equally serve as a way in. Precisely. If we're all in agreement, I would be the one to undertake the necessary negotiations. I'm familiar with the route, and the Resistance is familiar with me. About as familiar as they are with me, you mean? Say what you want, I'm coming too. I have some experience with the practice of infiltration. If you would have me, my services are at your disposal. As are mine. It's been far too long since I shared a shadow with a shinobi, and I do not intend to waste the opportunity. 4 is quite sufficient for an infiltration mission. Greater numbers will only serve to increase the risk of detection. Kryl and I will direct our energies elsewhere. What of you, Levelios? I will return to the East Shroud and stand watch over the border. Should matters take a turn for the worst, 'twould seem wise to be on hand. Might I prevail upon you to accompany me, Teha? Gridania will be safer for your presence, and while it may not seem the most thrilling duty, dear sister, might I ask that you remain at the Rising Stones to pass on messages and so on? No, she's not gonna like that, obviously. To hold the fort, you mean? Very well. I suppose the task must fall to someone. Safe travels, all of you. Well, let's get to it. I suspect Tataru would have little trouble facilitating communication between our forces under normal circumstances, but I concede she has her hands full nursing the resistance fighter back to health. No matter. Our turn in the field will come. If you have any finished business in the toll, pray attend to it now. I would depart for the Hawthorne hut without delay. The nearby watchtower offers an unobstructed view of Baelsar's wall, and I should be interested to speak with the Alliance commanders who have installed themselves at its top. I don't know. I feel like Yida has a closer standing with the resistance than Papalimo. Teha, there you are. Come, Amurse's spire awaits. That's the best I'm probably gonna be able to pronounce it. The Alliance officers on the platform should be able to apprise us of any developments on the wall. Some serious lightning going off. Fancy meeting the two of you here. We were about to set forth. Indeed. I was about to say, 12 watch over you, but I doubt you have need of divine protection, even if you are venturing into enemy territory. Don't worry, Alphino. We'll have the griffin by the scruff of the neck before you know it. Do make up your mind, Yida. Nary a moment ago you seemed ready to shake the griffin by the hand rather than the neck. So which is it to be? It would be best to decide before we enter negotiations. Trust me, Papalimo. I'll shake whatever needs shaking. The talking part I leave to you. I think I feel a headache coming on. Let's be on our way, shall we? As usual with the two of them. She does the punching, he has the headaches. Ah, some things never change. Well then, shall we make for the spire? Our Alliance friends will doubtless have news for us. Welcome, Warrior of Light. I assume you're here to speak with our commanding officers. You'll find them on the observation platform. Please proceed. I'm curious what we're about to get in on. Like, are we battling or... Oh, look who it is. Greetings, my friends. It's good to see you both well. I was hoping you'd turn up. I dragged half the watch here, you see. And sight of you may help remind them why we bothered. If memory serves, I have not seen many of you since the day of the Grand Melee. Oh, is that so? Having borne the brunt of your blows, may I say what an honor it is to stand by your side. Disheartening indeed to see the realm's most stalwart defenders thus gathered in common cause. Speaking of which, what news from the wall? All has been quiet. Oh. Report. What? Seven hells. Fighting has broken out on top of the wall. A full-scale assault. So the Griffin has made his move. Someone has. And what's that supposed to mean? The attackers, they're wearing Grand Company colors. Impossible. We gave no such order. Of course. The wall was never the Griffin's target. It was bait. We've been goaded into deploying our armies nearby, thus lending weight to this deception. Those uniforms were convincing enough to deceive my scouts. The Empire will surely think we've launched an offensive. This could mean war. Even so, this may yet be no more than a diversion. With the armies of the Alliance occupying the Empire's attention, it would be comparatively easy for the Griffin supporters to slip into Alamigo. He could then incite a rebellion amongst the populace, which the Imperial reserves would be hard-pressed to contain. Eorzea, meanwhile, would be plunged into chaos. Yeah, we must make for the wall at once. What, just the two of you? Our companions embarked on a mission to sway the Griffin from his course, and are likely halfway to his command post by now. They will emerge in the midst of a raging battle, and I do not mean to abandon them to their fate. It will be dangerous, aye, but the confusion may work to our advantage. If we are careful to avoid the skirmishing, it may yet be possible to reach the Griffin, and if we can do that, Lady Hilda, might I ask that you have an airship ready to bear the Scions to safety? Ha! I don't know who this Lady Hilda is, Marshal, but you can count on me. Not used to being called that, I guess. We must prepare for Imperial reprisals. May the Navigator guide us through the storm. So they got their hands on fake outfits to pull this off. Forward, comrades! The time has come to drive the Empire from Alamigo and force action upon those who have turned their backs to our suffering for so long. Let this victory be the first step in the liberation of our homeland. Alamigo will be free, no matter the cost. Quite a few cutscenes this time around. From what Papalimo told me, the trail ahead should lead us into the shadow of the wall. As we have two objectives, I suggest we divide our forces. I shall make straight ways for the tunnels and attempt to intercept our comrades ere they stumble into a bloodbath. While I do so, I must ask that you scale the wall. I know that I would not propose such a course if there were any other way, but the time for subtlety is past. Make the band of your most trusted companions and cut a path through to the Griffin. Make him see reason by any means necessary. Once we're free of the tunnels, we will make for your position with all due haste, and if everything proceeds according to plan, Hilda will then swoop in and spirit us all away to safety. I only pray that we have enough time. Okay. This is most definitely a dungeon, by the looks of it. Alright, let's do this thing. There's no way we just straight up kill him after this dungeon, right? Because I feel like the Griffin is a big character in all this. Or will be eventually. Yep. Not bad. Alright, see how we do here. Well, well, that's a lot of enemies. I'm not sure how we're meant to be evading these. What the hell? That's a hell of a dodge if I can manage it. I don't know. I don't know how to not make that happen. Jesus. That was rough. Almost said need to stop all actions on that mechanic, but I didn't see any way you could stop that unless you can interrupt that. Are we about to kill this dude for real? Or are we just gonna, you know, injure him and then he runs off? That's so... What timing? How high, Ilbert? The victory stance so that as he reveals himself. That's perfect. Like, I don't know, did the game want me to be surprised by that? Because I wasn't.
How'd you like these? Sloppy.
No, you sloppy. What do you mean?
I'll tear you limb from limb. Yeah. Sloppy. For Alamigo! I have you now. Yeah. How'd you like these? Yeah! Sloppy.
Just trying to adapt at this point.
Yeah. 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 Sloppy. Yeah. I'll tear you limb from limb. Yeah. Sloppy. For Alamigo!
For Alamigo! I lost. Okay, so now what? Because, I mean, come on, Ilbred. We fought you twice now? I think twice. Okay, I'll just... Well, everyone left, so I get everything. Muhahaha. I don't know what I got. Oh, I got the Griffin card. Not bad. Let me have a look at you. Hang on, Ilbred. You just stay kneeling right there. I'll be with you in a minute. You say no mortal should wield those eyes? Then I shall gladly become a demon. I will suck on the souls of the hopeless and liberate the homeland they no longer deserve. Yikes. Alright, I got some things that are actually better than what I have. That... I mean, okay, that makes it worth it. That makes me want to actually wear that. Maybe not cover my head, but that's actually a good glamour bit. You barely see it, but yeah, I guess I'll wear that. Put you here. Oh, you're a ring. I thought, from the look of the icon, I thought it was a shield. Oh, and it's intelligence, so that wouldn't be for me. Whoa, that's wrong. Oh, and it's worse. Okay. So much for that. I was gonna wear you. Alright, we gotta we gotta exit first. No talking to you yet.
You've beaten me, aye. But you cannot stop what I've begun. Behold! A glimpse of things to come!
We did it! We showed the bastards!
Aye! Victory is ours!
And who knows, lads? Mayhap the Eorzeans will finally see sense when the enemy turns up on their bloody doorstep.
Who are you?
This is for Alamigo, for Eorzea. They die that others may live.
Laurentius. Oh, part of the former Braves, yeah. Okay.
Vanguards! Attack!
Seven hells! Do you hear that?
War machines. How did they get here so quickly?
Stand your ground! For the resistance!
This man Ilbert is just trying to kill his own people. For what?
There's nowhere to run! We're cut off!
Uh-huh. Okay, so they're all gonna die.
Gods help us! What are we thinking? The Empire's too big. Too powerful. Mighty Ralker. Grant us the strength to crush our...
There you are.
As you can see, our infiltrators did not elude me for long. Lady Ugiri is sending for an airship even as we speak.
What do we do? This is a massacre!
How wonderful to see you, Commander.
Ill bird. I should have known. This has to end. It has to end now. Do you not see your countrymen dying? Have your ideals rendered you blind even to that? Order the retreat, and we will help your soldiers to safety.
Retreat? With the moment of my triumph so close at hand? You truly are a sheltered child, Leverrier.
Uh-oh.
Nidhogg's eyes. No abyss is too deep for you, I see. But trust me when I say that such power was not meant for mortal hands.
How long have I struggled to reach this point? My countrymen, so inured to the taste of defeat, they no longer balk at its bitterness, shouting my throat raw with rallying cries, only to be greeted with dull eyes and blank faces. My brothers and sisters in Ulda have surrendered to their apathy and their appetites. Were it not for the glint of Lodorito's coin, I doubt even those here now would have answered my call. Take back our homeland! Free Alamigo! Ha! They'll happily mouth the words, but they won't spill the blood. You say no mortal should wield these eyes? Then I shall gladly become a demon.
I got that
will
reference.
Suckle on the souls of the hopeless and liberate the homeland they no longer deserve.
Huh.
What exactly do you mean to do?
Did you hear their cries as victory was snatched away from them? Even with their dying breaths, they cursed the Empire. Never has their desire for vengeance been so raw, so true. A god has no need of faith when summoned by so pure a purpose.
Summoned? You cannot mean to fight the Empire with a primal! You know full well the danger, the futility of relying on such power!
Oh yes, I know their limitations. Which is why I will call upon a deity more terrible than the very black worm of the calamity itself.
Man's lost it. He wants an even bigger calamity.
What? Here? Now?
Like hells you will!
An ending to mark a new beginning. My pain, my longing, you shall have it all!
Oh, so he died. His brains just splattered everywhere from the sound of it. There's that music again.
This light, is it...
His death completed the ritual. The primal is taking shape.
Well, can't we stop it? There must be something we can do!
There is one thing.
What? Hey! Where do you think you're going?
Master Louisoix briefly contained Bahamut by means of a potent spell of sealing. I will now attempt to do the same.
But that's impossible! We would need hours to collect the necessary ether, if not days!
Alphino, though I concede it may not always be apparent, I was ever your grandsire's finest pupil.
Timtimati, of course! The staff still holds enormous power, broken or not.
Don't you dare, Papalimo! I know how that spell works! It is time to leave!
Quite right. Quickly now, off you go! The further away, the better!
No! If you're staying, then so am I!
No, Ida! There is a path only you can walk, and it must not end here, not like this! Take her! Please, you have to take her!
What? No! Damn it, Thancred! Put me down! Thancred!
This is one battle you cannot fight. Away with you! Go!
What if... Okay, but what if I stay with him? But what if I stay? I'm gonna stay with him. They shouldn't be giving me this choice. Because I would absolutely... Because what am I gonna do? Die? I'm the main character. Oh.
Hilda! I think he means now!
I guess I really didn't have a choice.
I bid thee farewell again, my dear Ida.
This feels so sudden.
Now, let us see how good a student I truly was.
And we just got him back too. Oh, and we're back. Jesus. Yeah, well, that's a question only I know, and you may never find out. Why? Why didn't they let me stay? But Palomo's my friend. I should have been there with him. You could see it in his eyes, Yuta. He knew what he was doing, what had to be done. Master Louisoix wore that same look right before the end. Do you think I don't know that? I know, alright, I know. There's nothing more you could have done. Ilberd caught us all off guard, yeah, no kidding. Even Teja was powerless to stop him. If you must blame someone, then blame me. Just promise that you'll never forget what Papalimo strove to protect, or the lessons he tried to teach you. Don't speak to me. Leave Yuta with me. Go on. Go back to the Rising Stones. The others need to know what happened here. The leader of the band. Once again, I find myself at a loss for words. But Thancred is right. We must return to the Rising Stones and appraise our companions of all of this. Pray make your way there at once. I will send word to Y'shtola and the others of our imminent return. Like, things went south so quickly after winning that one. Suddenly we're back to calamity or pre-calamity dangers. And Ilbred's just like, yeah, I'm gonna just bash my head all over the floor. From Tataru, you might want to sit down for this one. Would seem you bring ill tidings, brother. Aye, behind the griffin's mask we found the grinning face of an old adversary, Ilberd. I know not how, but he had in his possession the eyes of Nidhogg, whose dread power he used to initiate a summoning ritual, even as we looked on. By the 12. I don't understand. To attempt such magic requires every ounce of one's aether. No one, not even grandfather, could cast it and hope to survive. Indeed, it was ever a last resort, and as I'm certain Papalimo was aware. Thus did the pupil follow in the footsteps of his master, even unto the grave. I have as yet been unable to explain how Ilberd came to possess Nidhogg's eyes. In the depths of the Sea of Clouds, a perpetual storm of water and wind, aspected aether rages. No mortal could endure such conditions. Then mayhap it was the work of an Ascian, but now is not the time for idle speculation. Cryo, I have need of your assistance. Yes, of course. We must inspect the cocoon of light, and ascertain the state of the primal trapped within. Between our respective talents, I dare say we shall glean some measure of insight. Understood. I can't promise I'll be able to sense much through the barrier, but I shall certainly do my best. As shall I. Let's be about it then. What, without so much as a buy your leave? Pray forgive Archon Y'shtola her brevity. She seeketh employment, lest her grief deprive her of the will to act. A desire to comfort Yida doubtless compoundeth her unseemly haste. I too must contend with this grievous loss in my own way. By thy leave, Lady Alice, I shall honor our fallen colleague through gainful study. There exist writings which may yet further our understanding of this cocoon of light. Mayhap I was too quick to judge. Surrendering to sadness and regret would be a poor tribute to Papalymo's sacrifice. Quite. We must begin preparations to face Ilbert's accursed creation without delay. What time we have was purchased at too dear a price for us to squander it. School's out forever. You're not wrong. Food tends to be both having food, eating food, and making food seems to be a great therapy for me. Oh, that's why he's feeling that way. He liked him. Yeah. I mean, I misunderstood how old Papalymo actually was. If he's like an understudy of someone who's no longer with us. Ah, Teha, I wish I had more to tell you, but the situation in East Shroud remains largely unchanged. Meaning we still have no idea how long it will be before communication from the Alliance. One moment. Yes, of course. Our representatives will be present. My thanks. Word from Gridania. The council will shortly be reconvened. The Alliance leaders have already begun to assemble. They wish to discuss the Primal, of course. As of Y'shtola's last report, the cocoon yet hung above the wall, unchanged. Yes, but the Elder Seedseer doubtless shares our concerns about how long it will remain so. I'm told Sid Garland has been called in to aid in his expertise to proceedings. A wise decision. The more winds we have working on this, the better. Well then, I suggest we leave the Rising Stones in Tataru's capable hands and make haste for the Lotus Stand. Who's here now? Okay.
A word, if you would, good sir. This place, it is within the realm of Eorzea.
You're an odd-looking fellow, aren't you? Still, takes all sorts, I suppose. This here's Vesper Bay. Thanalan's door to the ocean, as some folk like to call it.
Am I to understand from your answer that I have indeed arrived in Eorzea?
Eh? Yes? You're in Eorzea?
Ah! A
Imposing.
response at last, and the one I wanted at that. My journey was not without its hardships, and I would sooner travel by land than put to sea again. You do not believe that so small a bark could bear me across the ocean? Such timid little sailors. I had but to set my course and set my jaw till I made port. Though, 'twould perhaps have been wise to lay down my oars a moment to sup on more than the spray of brine water. By the trembling of my limbs, I sense a brief repast may be in order. Nay, I will not hearken to the feeble grumblings of an empty belly. Duty comes before all.
Good God, man. Are you all right?
Brilliant. His body said, fuck you. I'll do what I want.
Thou art far indeed from home, friend.
I guess that's the introduction to the ninja class, then. If not the ninja class... Actually, no, that would be Heavensward. If that's, well, I don't know. I don't know the order of the jobs that came out, but it's either ninja or samurai.
Dear friends, pray accept my heartfelt thanks for your efforts in defense of Gridania's borders. I would fain dwell longer on my gratitude for the support of the Alliance, but the situation at Belsar's Wall demands that we forego such pleasantries.
According to our most recent intelligence, the cocoon of light that formed in the air above the wall remains undimmed and unbroken. After measuring the cocoon's etheric concentrations, Archon Y'shtola has confirmed the presence of a primal entity.
So we must assume that Ilbert's thrice damned god is indeed trapped within. And what news of the Imperials? They're not like to ignore such a spectacle.
Sir, a Garlean airship was observed making an approach, but the vessel was destroyed when it drew near. The Empire appears to have made no subsequent attempts to reach the object.
The soldiers who witnessed the incident spoke of a lance of light issuing from within the cocoon. Of an entire warship being reduced to smoking ruin in the space of a moment. Veterans of Cartano, meanwhile, likened the destruction to that wrought by the fiery wrath of Bahamut.
We could face another calamity.
So the Primal is awake then? Contained, yes, but for how long? We must destroy it now, lest it break free.
Agreed.
There is, however, the small matter of how to get close enough to a being that swats warships from the sky as you would a bothersome gnat.
Is this truly so complex a puzzle? Or have you no stomach for the obvious solution?
What in the hells are you doing here?
A pleasure to see you too, Garland. Now, if you'd be so kind as to explain to these good people why you should be begging me for my assistance, that would be most appreciated.
Who is this man?
Oh, how terrifically rude of me. Nero Tolskeva, former tribunus of the 14th Legion of the Garlean Empire. These days, however, one might say that I'm something of a free agent.
What do you want, Nero?
I was getting to that. Although you already know what I'm about to propose, old friend. As you have rather belatedly realized, within that frail binding lurks an entity alike in strength to the great Bahamut, and the only force in existence which might conceivably contend with such a foe is the very creation which captured the Elder Primal in the first place. I speak, of course, of Omega.
Yeah, they mentioned that in way back in Realm Reborn, but then that story beat kind of left itself alone.
Omega? That hulk has been gathering dust beneath the plains of Cartanau since the Allagans breathed their last. And none alive knows how to wake it.
I'm sorry? Do you understand who it is with whom you have the privilege of speaking? I'm Nero Tolskeva, Master Engineer, the mechanical genius who restored the Ultima weapon to full operational capacity. And as luck would have it, I'm graciously offering you the use of my considerable expertise.
And what, you just expect us to accept? You're a fool if you think your deeds at the Crystal Tower are enough to win my trust, Nero.
Trust? You wound me, Garland. All those years, studying side by side at the Academy, sharing both trial and triumph, we were countrymen once, you and I. But sentiment aside, have you a better solution? Or do you mean to send in your vaunted hero there, as you always do, and pray the world is not engulfed in flame? Let us approach the problem in a rational manner. Does not the fact that Omega slumbers in stasis point to the existence of some overriding technology? A means of control?
I would ask a question, if I may. Nero, was it not? In the event that we succeeded in using Omega to shackle the Primal in the manner you propose, what then would become of it? Do we not risk repeating the mistakes of the Allagans?
Omega is but a tool. How we choose to employ that tool is entirely up to us. Of course, if you would rather leave it buried beneath Cartanau while you continue your petty squabbles above, then I suppose that is also your choice.
Spare us, Nero. The Seedseer's concern is a valid one. He who controls Omega wields the power of the gods, the very power which led the Allagans to destroy themselves.
And does it not fall to we engineers to prevent such misuse? What was your company's proud slogan? Freedom through technology?
A creed you follow, is it? What say you? Do we take this villain at his word?
Oh, you're gonna give me a choice? Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm gonna say no, but I'll keep an eye on him.
As will I. I don't like it, but then it doesn't look like we have much choice. Would the Council be willing to entrust this matter to a pair of former Imperials?
Yes. The task of restoring the Allagan relic will be yours. But the responsibility for its reawakening must remain with the Council. Do we condone this course of action?
Aye. 'Twould seem we do. Let the record show that we invest this contingent with the authority to enter Carteneau and take command of Omega. Sid, I appoint you leader of the expedition. Scions, I would ask that you assign some few of your number to escort Master Garland and supervise the other one.
We should be happy to oblige. The politics of Carteneau being what they are, I dare say our neutrality will prove useful in avoiding any unnecessary entanglements.
If I am not mistaken, Doma occupies a similarly neutral position. Might we not persuade you to join the expedition, Lady Yugiri? If you suspected any foul play from Nero, you would be welcome to kill him.
True.
My blade is yours.
Yeah, now you don't like it,
A
eh?
moment's hesitation, eh? You'll forgive me if I do not shake your hand.
Patting him on the back. There, Sid. I'm just being an asshole. Oh god. Someone in the FC talking about Mahjong. I think it's Mahjong or Mahjong. In the Gold Saucer, there's a game called Mahjong. It's meant to be, and I have no idea how accurate of a game it is compared to the real life version of that game. But in the Gold Saucer, for me, it's very confusing and takes forever to finish a game. I think the only time I played it, it was like a half hour in the Gold Saucer. And as I'm playing Mahjong, I'm looking over the balcony and I'm seeing everyone else play Slices Right and everything else. And I'm missing all the fun. So I was like, I'm never playing this again. At least until I have a better understanding to make the game go a lot faster, you know? Anyways. Rant aside, let's see. Well, that was a rather unexpected development, and one which raises a number of questions. Not least among them are how Nero chanced to learn the council meeting in the first place. Sid and the others are assembling at the airship landing. LSA is already on her way. We're not due to lag too far behind. Let's be off. Why is there a question mark present in this? What's that supposed to mean? Where is everyone? Teha, Alphino, you ready to go? The others have stepped out onto the landing for a moment, lest you wonder. Nero insisted that we be allowed to inspect the Excelsior before boarding. And you let him! Despite his very timely offer of assistance, the thought of the man poking about in the workings of the ship without proper supervision does not fill me with confidence. Calm yourself, Alphino. Your sister was adamant that she would never leave her sight. She and Yugiri are... Ah, well, there they are now. Right, I think that's everyone. Shall I set course for Carter now? May I ask that we delay our departure slightly? I require no more than a few hours at most. Our colleagues are studying the cocoon even as we speak, and I would hear their latest observations ere we proceed. It would seem wise to gain as clear an understanding of the situation as possible before formulating our plan. Oh, I thought time was against us. How foolish of me. Hold your tongue. When you want your opinion, we'll ask for it. Forgive me, my lady. I shall keep my counsel until such time as you have finished procrastinating. Alright. While Alphino speaks with his colleagues, I shall fly the Excelsior over to Mordana, and we can reconvene at the Rising Stones. Mine apologies for the trouble. I shall visit Y'shtola and the others forthwith, and join you as soon as I'm able. Teha, pray accompany Alice back to the Rising Stones. I should feel safer in knowing that you're present to entertain our guest. Right, everyone heading to Mordona is welcome to travel aboard the Excelsior. I'll clear things with the girl and the counter here. Let's let her know when you're ready to leave. Traveling with Master Garland, sir. The Enterprise Excelsior is right this way. Not quite door-to-door service, but I couldn't exactly land her in the toll's main square. Shall we adjourn to the Rising Stones then? Oh, they're talking? Ori Bolda and his companions left to continue reconnaissance at the Beast Tribes. Oh, yeah. True. Do I offer him tea or let him thirst? Just literally looking at him from afar. Alright, asshole. Start talking.
So these are the fabled headquarters of the Scions. I confess I would have expected an order of self-proclaimed warrior scholars to surround themselves with the fruits of man's enlightenment. And yet there's not so much as a single piece of magitech in sight. It never ceases to amaze me how primitive you Eorzeans truly are.
Oh, I'll have you know that the Rising Stones is home to the very latest in magitech innovation.
You tell him, Tataru.
Wedge calls it the Mark 14 Thermocoil Boil Master, and it's the finest kettle I've ever had the pleasure to own.
Good one, Tataru. Keep talking like that.
We are returned. Well, Ida and I, at least. Ishtola and the others remained behind to continue their assessment of the binding magic.
There didn't seem much point staying just for that, so I decided to come back with Alphino. Papalimo bought us this time. We shouldn't waste it.
By your leave!
Good gods, that voice could fell a gigas.
This is the Rising Stones, domicile of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I enter at the invitation of one Lord Urianger. I spy you there, Shadow Walker. You always were a hard one to find.
Yugiri, do you know this man?
Oh God. Yugiri, step aside.
Gosetsu, why are you come to Eorzea?
In search of you, Yugiri. For days and nights did I row across the angry sea. I made port in good spirits, only for my own flesh to betray me over the trifling matter of an empty belly. Collapsed in the street like an unfed stray I was, until Lord Urianger came to my aid. Over a most welcome meal, we spoke of the plight of Doma, and I learned of our displaced countrymen's work to resettle this blighted land. 'Twas blind fortune that I was able to locate you so swiftly. But now we must make ready to depart. Our master languishes in dire peril, and Doma calls her daughter home.
It is not so simple, Gosetsu. There are obligations which bind me here.
You refuse? Did you mislay your oath during your flight from our homeland? The laws of hospitality must be honored, but surely the vow to defend your master demands the greater obeisance.
It was our master who bid me guide our people to safe haven by any means necessary. And it was the Scions you see before you who provided us succor and sanctuary when all others refused. Dire peril or no, were I to return without first repaying such hospitality, our master would cut me down at the threshold.
Mayhap that is so.
There is more. A crisis threatens all within this realm, Eorzean and Doman alike, and I go to play my part in its resolution. I will not bring shame upon our liege by abandoning my people or my duty.
How very noble of you. Now, in the name of honor, kinship, and, yes, practicality, might I suggest we get this expedition underway? Or would you rather debate the finer points of duty and leave Omega to the Empire?
The Empire? Yugiri, you draw steel against the curse of Garlemald? Then why did you not say so? My blade is oath-bound to fall upon the ranks of the Imperials wheresoever they march. Lead on, Shadow Walker, and may the enemy tremble at our coming.
I like him. I like him a lot. Hey, wait. Could I speak with you for a moment? You remember when I had you meet me at the Diamond Forge and we ambushed you? Duh. Don't do it again. But once we had our measurements, I set to work making you a traveling outfit in my spare time. I've only just this moment finished the stitching, but I wanted to give it to you before you leave. Here. You can try it on right now if you like. Hold on, let me find the glamour dresser real quick. What in the hell is this? Actually, I kind of like the tie and the white suit getup, but the collar's nice. But why? Assuming we measured correctly, the fit should just be right. Snug, but not too snug, if you know what I mean. So, how does it feel? Yeah, yeah, it works, yeah. You're not just saying that, are you? Oh, I can't tell you how much this means to me. To have crafted something worthy of the Warrior Light well, let's just say it makes all the practice worthwhile. I also sewed in a blood pearl charm to, you know, bring you home. May it always protect you. I thought she was like, I sewed in blood into your suit. Is that a monocle? Suddenly I have glamour. Great. I'm good, but I will put this in the dresser as soon as possible. I mean, obviously I'm keeping all of it. It's very unique glamour, so that's nice. Okay. Oh, I think he's going to fit right in. I agree, Sid. I agree. Okay. So we have to wake Omega up, right? When do we start? Yeah, are you sure that's... I'm sure, yes. I won't lie and say I'm completely fine, but I'll feel a lot better if I'm doing something useful. Very well. I will remain here and continue coordinating our efforts with the Alliance. Alphino, mayhap you could return to Gridania and assist Y'shtola and Krile. Fine suggestion. The rest of us will form the Cardinal Expedition Party. Nero and I will focus on rousing Omega, while Teja, Yida, and our Doman friends take care of security. The Excelsior is by the lake just outside town. We'll leave as soon as everyone's ready. I cannot wait. Fierce battles, here we go. You know, I just realized I was muted. I don't know how long. I don't know how long I was muted, but fuck it, whatever. I just realized that too.
Now, where was that? Ah. I've enabled the teleporter. One brief jump and we shall arrive in Omega's control room.
How convenient. You've been here before.
Of course. It was no easy task threading a path through all the skirmishes. But how could I ignore the existence of such a fascinating toy? You may trust that my preliminary examination was suitably thorough.
Trust? Aye. I trust your appetite for technology.
I chased down a suspect airship, and who should I find but the traitor, Sid Garland. Searching for something, engineer? Something big? It's close, isn't it? It's like all my name days have come at once.
For all the scouts the Empire could have sent. Take care of that brute, will you?
God damn it. Can't let Nero tinker around in there by himself. I'm sorry to leave you to it, but I dare say you'll manage without me. This clod has no idea who he's dealing with.
I am Gosetsu, Samurai of Doma. You will rue your choice of opponent this day.
Alright, let's go.
It's all over now.
Leave this to me.
I have you.
I wonder if I can interrupt that.
With soul and steel.
You watching, Pabalino?
No retreat. No surrender.
Tis my right to strike.
Okay. Surrender. We have you outnumbered. Yeah, but we have a Yida though. Are you still playing with these soldiers? I suppose I can lend you one of my toys, but only if you promise to give it back. Behold, the Red Baron. Now end this nonsense. Yeah, I know. What the? No one told me they had a magic tech armor. For the Empire. I smile because it's like, oh, it's like the good old days of riding one of these. The honorless Kerr thinks to abandon his men. I shall think he shares their fate. Pray attend to the rest of his minions. Okay, are we one-shotting people, or...?
You watching, Papalymo?
I guess so.
No retreat. No surrender.
I have you.
This one'll sting.
Leave this to me.
Look upon a samurai of Dama!
It's all over now.
Your defense is lacking.
With soul and steel!
No holding back.
An opening.
Tis my right to strike!
You watching, Papalymo?
No retreat. No surrender.
I have you!
This is some kind of nightmare. Deserting the battle is punishable by death. I order you to stand your ground. Come back here now. Please. I mean, you're all alone, so I get to kill you now, right? Damn it all. The 7th hell. I'll kill you bastards the last thing I do.
Leave this to me.
Look upon a samurai of Dama!
It's all over now.
Your defense is lacking.
With soul and steel!
You haven't seen the last of me. Mark my words. It will be you who rules this day. You're right, I do rule this day.
Temporal stasis disengaged. All systems operational. Garland?
All clear on this side. It's waking up.
Remarkable. Omega sensors immediately detected the presence of the cocoon, even at this distance. They must have been set to scan for sources of energy exceeding certain magnitudes.
I still don't see any means to control the machine directly. It seems to have been designed to act wholly autonomously. Once we release Omega, we can be fairly certain it will attempt to capture the Primal at Belsar's Wall. Assuming its mission is successful, our only option at that point will be to re-engage its stasis system and put it back to sleep.
And should the machine happen to misbehave, we'll simply initiate an emergency shutdown. I confess we don't yet have a complete grasp of its capabilities, but I'm certain the details will not elude us for long.
Okay, dude. Whatever you say.
Well, I understood less than half of that. So, my question to you is, are we doing the right thing? What do I think? All right. Step aside, Sid. Is this the thing I need to press?
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
You gave too much for us to waste this chance, Papalimo. So this is for you. And me.
Yes! Fly free, my pretty! Show us what you can do.
Are you good, Nero? Have a Valium. Relax. Like...
The launch sequence has begun. Omega is loose.
Oh, it's loose. Omega Nidhogg. Is this like Neo Bahamut? Or what do you call this thing? That reminds me of Neo Bahamut a bit.
Huh? Omega has stopped transmitting. But that shouldn't be. I didn't engage the stasis system.
And what does this signify? I have little understanding of these contrivances.
The launch went exactly to plan, but all signals emanating from Omega have ceased. This may indicate any number of things, but we will need to join the Scions out in the field if we are to ascertain which one.
Right. I've ordered a malfunctioning beast to go to sleep. That should prevent any unfortunate mishaps. I suggest we make our way back to Gridania.
Wait, so that was Omega. Something that tech-wise was meant to handle Bahamut. I mean, to be honest, I thought it would be a lot bigger. I thought it was supposed to be this grand behemoth thing, but by comparison, it seemed rather mobile and small compared to that monster.
Omega destroyed the cocoon.
What the hell did that just do?
Papalimo's spell is fading. It was bound to his ether, you see. And if the connection is broken...
Oh. Wait, so there's no more... You're not a Scion anymore, or...? I mean, that means Papalimo's gone. But why did that fade? I'm not sure why we lost contact with Omega, but I mean to find out. Let's be on our way. Random Manderville. One moment everything was functioning perfectly and the next it wasn't. It makes no sense. We need to see what happened to ourselves, and soon. Far edge of fate. Words can ill express how glad I am to see you all unharmed. When Omega came hurtling toward the cocoon, everything dissolved into chaos. I have to see it. I have to see it with my own eyes. Yida, wait, we must first... This Elder Seedseer is expecting us. Worry not, Alphino. Goldsetsu and I will watch over her. You may safely attend your meeting. My thanks, Yugiri. The council reconvened a short while ago. Let us make haste for the Lotus Stand. All there are eager to hear your testimony. Oh, I think this is a stepping stone for the limited time event going off. I was wondering, it's like, why are there people congregating doing nothing? I mean, they were beyond reach. It's not your fault. It's literally just Asians. My friends, full eagerly have we awaited your return. Few indeed could have discharged the duty entrusted to you, and most humbly do we thank you for seeing it done. You are too kind, Elder Seedseer. As I recall, we as good as demanded the right to try. But tell me, how did the battle unfold? We succeeded in waking Omega, aye, but we lost contact with the weapon shortly after it launched. From our position in the control room, we were blind to all that followed. What words could do justice in such a scene? None of my choosing, that much is certain. But I can give you the facts. The cocoon hatched even as the Omega arrived, and from its midst rose a great dragon. The pair duly set about each other in the skies over Albania. The primal's might defied belief. It seemed the very heavens would be rent asunder by the force of its blows, and it wielded such magics as I have never seen, and hope never to see again. But the battle raged on with no end in sight, until both combatants were engulfed in a blinding flash of light. When the radiance faded, I saw the pair fall motionless from the sky, coming to rest somewhere in the Alamegan soil. I will not speak for the rest, but to my eye it seemed that each had landed a fatal blow upon the other. While most among us would think only of Bahamut when looking upon the primal's form, the Domans were heard to whisper the name Shinryu. It would appear that the being resembles a creature of Far Eastern legend, and we have found it convenient to refer to it as such. Yet Shinryu's fate, and indeed that of Omega, is yet unknown. We have, alas, no eyes on the Girabanian side of the border. Aye. Which is why we have sent our main force, under the command of Marshal Terrapin, to capture the wall. With the Imperials in disarray, we have the perfect opportunity to secure Gridania's border, and assess the aftermath of the impact. I myself will join Marshal and his men when the council is adjourned. Well, that explains a few things. I wager that the flash of light coincided with our loss of contact. Lest you wonder, we quickly re-engaged Omega stasis systems, so even if it has fallen in the Empire's lap, it will be of no use to them, save perhaps a statue. Correct. Without me to guide your efforts, it would take them decades to decipher Omega's core functions if they manage it at all. Such reassurances do not do much to calm our fears. Yet the relic's fate is but one of several concerns. Indeed. I humbly submit that the time has come for us to make contact with the Resistance representatives in Albania. Though ill bird has forced our hand, it would seem only logical to seek an alliance, given the inevitability of Imperial retaliation. And by working in concert, it is not impossible that Alamigo might finally be wrested from Garlemald's grasp. You must be exhausted. I would ordinarily suggest that we retire directly to the Rising Stones, but I wonder if we might first make a small detour. Your Stola and the others have gathered at Emirasake's spire, and I imagine that you would too. So you too would be interested to see what has become of the wall now that the cocoon is gone. It is decided then. Lead on. Go away, Fates. No one wants you.
My friends, I cannot well express how glad I am to see you both unharmed. They say that Omega's clash with the Primal shook the very firmament.
You need not have worried. The battle took place far above the ground. We were able to observe in relative safety, though I'm given to understand that there were casualties on the far side of the wall.
It was like watching a nightmare unfold before our very eyes. Ilbird's primal manifested in the form of a colossal dragon, a being of pure violence. It burst forth from the cocoon with such terrible force.
That such a horror should spring from the eyes of Nidhogg comes as no surprise. Nor do I wonder at its form. Ilberd all but announced it in the moments prior to his death. Plainly, it was his dying wish to visit a second calamity upon the Empire.
And I am quite certain the abomination would have obliged had it not found itself outmatched by Omega. Gods! I am no stranger to the works of Alag, but even I was unprepared for the machine's furiosity. It beggared belief.
And how fares poor Ida in the midst of all this? Have you spoken with her?
She's up on the platform, lost in thought. We deemed it best not to disturb her, but mayhaps she would welcome some company after all. Shall we?
The light's gone. It was all we had left of him.
Ida.
I don't blame anyone. I knew what was going to happen. I knew the spell Papalimo meant to cast would drain away his life force. I knew that it would only buy us a little time.
Ida,
Oh
there
my
is no need to explain.
God. She's been hiding locks of hair under all that. Look at her.
But there is. I can't hide in Papalimo's little shadow anymore, and I shouldn't hide behind my sister's mask. 20 years ago, on the day the Empire marched into Alamigo, I was still just a child, not even 5 summers old. My father had been one of the leaders of the revolution. He had fought to overthrow the Mad King, Theodoric. And my sister had fought alongside him. But she was strong and kind, and always knew what to do. But when the Garleans came, everything changed. My father went to war against them too, and I never saw him again. After that, I remember a lot of running. My sister dragged me for malms and malms until we came to the city of Charlian. That was where she met Master Louis Soir. He introduced her to the Circle of Knowing, and she eventually became an Archon.
She was your inspiration. Is that not why you took up her mask and her name? Or did you simply mean to continue what she had started?
You've known all along, haven't you? That I wasn't Ida.
Of course. We all recognized you at once. 'Twas Papalimo who persuaded us to maintain the charade.
Huh?
It was silly to think I could fool you. I knew that even then, but I sort of decided not to know.
So, Yida was her sister that she wanted to continue on living through her.
Ida died 6 years ago, on a mission to smuggle refugees out of Alamigo.
Mm-hmm.
They say she was overwhelmed by Imperial soldiers when she stayed behind to save a little girl. She was so strong. There must have been a lot of them. I'm sorry for lying to you. My real name is Lise. When Papalimo brought me Ida's mask, it was meant as a keepsake, but I decided I wanted to be his new partner, to keep alive all the good that she had done. I didn't want to become Ida, exactly. At the time, though, I still didn't know who I was myself, and it almost seemed easier to play the role. Papalimo agreed to help, of course, but it was never what he wanted for me. He wanted me to walk my own path, and those were his final words to me. The Archon's mark he gave me is faded, and my last excuse along with it.
That's why it disappeared. So that she would be having the mark as if a scion would.
So this is it. Whatever I choose to do from now on, I do as Lise. And I choose to continue my family's fight. I want Alamigo to be the country that Ida and my father always wanted it to be.
Oh. What a twist, to say the least. Jeez.
War is upon us once more.
Always
Do you
is.
regret standing against the Empire? Would you have chosen a different road? knowing what you know now?
To claim that I never doubted the decision would be a lie. But I made my choice, and I have defended it with blade in hand ever since.
The battle continues, and our steel is needed. Come, Shadow Walker, we leave for the east, for Doma.
It was brave of Lise to remove her mask after so long. Though she has scarce begun to come to terms with Papalymo's loss, the one act made plain her determination to move forward. And should she ever falter, we shall be there to support her on this road she has resolved to walk. Let us return to the Rising Stones. We have quite the story to tell Tataru and my sister. Every time we go back to the Rising Stones now, we have this major twist to tell Tataru. What, again? That was, So that would be officially the end of Heavensward. All of it. And that bridge between Heavensward and Stormblood got us a lot of twists and turns, a surprising death of Ilberd, which I expected him to be the guy in Stormblood that we have to fight. Even during the dungeon, I said it a few times. It was like, there's no way we're actually killing him here. And we didn't, but he still, well, he went mad, used 2 eyes, and offed himself. I'm surprised but relieved. Like, I mean, what? It took us 3 hours. But, I don't know, like, are we done with 3.5 and is there more, or are we going to Stormblood right now? Because damn. It was good though. I enjoyed it. I don't mind the only reason why I don't mind doing the credits again is because I'm like, it's a beautiful song and the background's different, showing us all the post content. Rest in peace to our boy. It was a very honorable death, to be fair. He did the right thing, even though it sucked. I know I'm gonna be listening to this theme long after Heavensward. I mean, listen to this. I think we're good to keep going, yeah? I just wanted to hear that theme one more time. In-game, anyways. Alright. Far Edge of Fate done. Alfredo couldn't help himself. He's like, I've told everybody. Everybody knows. Yeah, good on her for getting the rest. Good for you. My sister has the most curious ideas about courtship. Yeah. Yeah, she does, doesn't she? Fine showing, brother. We have yet to outpace Aenor. Should the Archons be called away to Girabania, it will fall upon us to deal with the Scion's usual obligations, and thus we must remain in peak condition. I made a fool of myself, but our masked mission, but I will show him what I'm made of. Now come, Hori. Come now, Hori. Is that the best you've got? Those three better be fucking. Did you know about Lise? I had no idea. We only met after the calamity, and her sister must already have been, well, you know. Things are heating up in Alamigo, but we can't afford to lose track of the trouble we might be brewing in the rest of the realm. Don't you worry though, I'll be keeping an ear to the ground, my nose in the air, and one eye on the horizon. I'm actually really happy to see Rio. He's still kicking it. Oh yeah, last I was able to rise from my sick bed, but the pain when I tried to take up my axe. What a sad old man I've become. Well, maybe he needs more rest, who knows. You told everybody. He may have mentioned, but Alphonor has apprised me of all that came to pass in Gridania. The only task now is to rest. This is the calm before the storm. Lise has chosen her path, and as her friends, we must do what we can to support the choice. We are fated to join the conflict in any case. Once the Alliance has taken the wall and opened the way to Girabania, we will have little choice but to fight. Which is not to say the cause is unworthy. After all, ignoring the plight of those whom one might conceivably save is not wisdom but indolence, correct? I for one look forward to joining hands with the Alamegans and striking a blow against the tyranny of the Empire, as I rather suspect do you. Quick march. The Imperials will soon come to their senses, and we must be ready to face their retribution. Almost time, father. Aye, almost. Stand firm, Pippin. I learned to brace myself against the charge of the Bull of Alamigo. No foe will dislodge me. Very well, Libert. I will take our homeland back. For the both of us. Is this Big Shoulders? Or is this someone different? I like the statues around the place. My Lord Viceroy, our scouts have confirmed the preliminary reports. Baelsar's wall has fallen to the Ozian Alliance. I just had a thought, what if I voiced it like... Just no understanding of what he's talking about. The hunt for Omega and the unknown Aegon continues, though both yet elude us. My lord, their battle caused considerable damage across the region. Should we perchance divert some of our forces from the search to undertake necessary reconstruction work? Are you asleep? Forgive me, my lord, I did not intend. Your will be done. He did nothing. He did not even shake his head, nod, nothing. Raise a finger. Unknown. My spies tell me the Dolmens call it Shinryu, and that it proved a match for Omega. Yes, the coming days promise to be most interesting. Most interesting. Okay, well, there's a humanoid in that. At the far edge of fate, the road begins anew. The heroes look to eastern skies and behold their crimson hue. A dawn of liberation, a gathering storm of blood. "5 minutes of fight." Ah. Feels good. Fate Walker. I like that one. Okay. Tournament of the Century. So because of what I've just completed, I've unlocked level 60 to 70 paladin quest lines, or the main narrative of a paladin anyways. So we're officially, that means we're officially in Stormblood now. Feels good.